Okay. It's time for Collecturbation. Got a little bit of a different style this week. We're going to go with Blue Mountain's album Dog Days from 1995. Now, for the life of me, I cannot remember how I was turned on to this record. I dig some roots rock, early Springsteen, the Dexateens, Sun Volt, but it's not the type of music I was really seeking out in the mid 90s. I seem to recall being obsessed with noisy stuff then, like Cherubs and Drive Like Jehu, that kind of stuff. So I can only guess that this was actually playing in the record store when I was in there browsing the amphetamine reptile section or something, and it somehow got into my bone marrow when I bought it. That's the same way I got the first Red Masters of Reality album. So anyway.
Dog Days is the second album from the Oxford, Mississippi-based trio Blue Mountain, consisting of singer-guitarist Carrie Hudson, bassist and co-vocalist Laurie Starrett, and then freshly recruited drummer Frank Couch. Their first album on the indie Roadrunner label, Dog Days, is 14 songs in the 3 to 5 minute range, built on lazy, cozy acoustic guitars, Couch's drum giddy-ups, and most important, the glorious electrified guitar clunge and vocal bray of frontman Carrie Hudson, whose voice blends with Starrett's coos to marvelous effect. Produced by the Brooklyn-based guitarist-producer Eric Amble, who worked with artists as diverse as the Swinging Neck Breakers and the Bottle Rockets, he dials up a sound that couldn't have been easy to get, unhurried and hippie in form, tight but earthy and introspective, with occasional appearances by Hudson's harmonica and even a bit of fiddling with the mandolin here and there. Let's get an idea of the sound of the record. Let's play a song. Let's ride.
Down Highway 49, let's ride down to the water line. I can feel the car headlights when you say.
Neil Young, a big influence to be sure, but there's something very distinctive about this record. The song we just played, Let's Ride, you get the impression that Hudson never plays a riff the same way twice, and his clean playing is lilting and full of fresh melody, like the cascading Zeppish pattern in Wink and the uber dark cut and paste riffing of Slow Suicide. Again, Zepp-informed howling leads reminiscent of something like No Quarter, with flickers of clean guitar bubbling to the surface at random intervals and that bonk, bonk, bonk drum pattern is just to die for.
Yeah, it is. The crown jewel of the record, perhaps the band's greatest song ever, is the Neil Youngish slow burner Soul Sister. My friends, I have driven myself absolutely crazy for decades trying to figure out what kind of ridiculous open tuning and retro tube amp setting these guys put together for this one, and I never have. But it's such a glorious sound, guitar clucking and clunging, that perfect amount of twang in the chorus that Hudson and Starrett share, and lyrics like, "The last time that I saw her was from the bottom of a glass. I was struggling to hold my head up off the floor. I called her name out once or twice, but she moved just a little too fast. And she walked out of my life and slammed the door." Townes Van Zandt, anyone? Anyway, I can gush about this one all day. For years, I just had the CD, Damn You 90s, but Rhino did a nice job of reissuing it on vinyl a few years ago, and I was able to grab it. As far as I know, the band's still going strong, so rock fans that don't mind a little honk need to get this one on their turntable. This is the legendary Soul Sister.
My soul sister, best friend I ever had, till my mind got twisted all around. Now she's gone and I miss her, some nights so bad, hoping she'll come back around.
This is the Snaggletooth Rock and Roll Podcast.